Hello, I am Nick the Tool. I thought I'd take advantage of while I'm at the show this year to show you some of the features with some of our toolboxes. So you'll have heard me talk about it if you're one of my customers and try to point things out, but how about a toolbox which has had all the sides cut out of it so you can see exactly how they're built. So this is an epic carcass that we have here, and something that you will find with all of our boxes is, although this is the top high-end box, a lot of the characteristics are shared throughout the range, right the way down into your heritage toolbox. So if you come a little bit closer, I'll just try and show you some of those features. So the biggest difference with our toolbox compared to the majority of the other ones out there is we have two skins. We have an inside and we also have an outside. What you find with your competitors' boxes is the outside of the box folds round and the runner hooks onto the front of there, and then it's tagged onto a back of angle in the back of the toolbox. So there's actually no strength in that box, and your box can rack over time and can fall to pieces. What we've got with this box is a toolbox welded inside a toolbox. We've then got strengtheners here. You can see these. Obviously this has been cut out. These are strengtheners, S-shaped panels that are actually put into the side. It's absolutely solid in its construction. Where the drawers fit on, the drawers have got a single runner, but there's another cutout where you can add an extra runner. So if you want to double the capacity of the product you're putting in the drawer, you can always increase that as well. When we look at the underneath of the toolbox, a lot of the cheaper toolboxes are a sheet of steel underneath. I'm not going to mention any of the brands, but you'll notice with bigger toolboxes, they put a third caster in the middle. This is because the toolbox cannot carry the weight. So on our toolboxes, we actually put a full chassis underneath, and we've got cutouts here explaining that. So it's fully RSJ'd underneath to give you all of that support. So the toolbox isn't going to collapse, the casters aren't going to push up into the toolbox, which can happen with some of your other boxes as well. When we come around this corner here, there's actually a panel which is welded inside. This is like an L-shaped panel to stop that racking. And also we've got the largest spot weld count in the marketplace. So you've got a lot less chance of those spot welds failing if it's in a rough environment. Say you're dragging it over some bumps. Over time, the box is trying to pull itself apart, or you might be putting a box in a van, you might be a mobile tech. It's got a lot more strength in a Snap-on toolbox. When we come up to the top of here, this is another one of those strengtheners I've mentioned. So you can see it here. This is welded in. Again, it stops that racking of the toolbox where you pull it. On your cheaper boxes, you can actually see the top move and the bottom stay where it is. If you look at it, if you give it a tug, you'll see the box start to flex, and over time, obviously, it won't last. The top that's on here, the way our competitors do it is they weld a bit of angle around and then they put the top on. We do things completely differently. So our box comes up like this, comes over as a fold, and then it comes out. So this is the full fold you can see here, and then it's welded over the top. So this is so strong. You think you can put a full top box on top of this full of kit and it's not going to bow or go out of shape at all. And then locking mechanism is fully supported. If we duck down underneath the toolbox, you can see the locking mechanism here. A lot of the cheaper boxes have a little hook that goes on the back of the drawers. These are full ladders and they're full length. So on these top few drawers, when you lock it, you've got 3 different index locks going into those drawers. So the box is very, very secure. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.